Melissa from C&M Motoring, and this is Drive By.
Like a moth flying into the fire. Well, I've no time for the screaming and for the shout. I'm so sick of the same old melodies. As they burn and they cut, pierce and they sear, it's plain to see I'm forcing them out of me. So reckless, yes, and I'm chasing my tail tonight like a dog chasing.
Welcome to Drive By, the new auto show for all car enthusiasts. We'll bring you stories from backyard builds to importing, and if it's anything automotive, you'll see it here. Hi, and welcome to a new edition of Drive By. On today's show, we're going to be looking at those who'd like to convert from miles per hour to kilometres per hour by changing their dash. There are plenty of different options on the market. I've decided to go with the Dakota Digital Dash because it keeps the custom look throughout the car. It gives me the retro look, but it also has quite a modern twist. This is my original 1965 factory fit cluster. It has fuel gauge, temp, miles per hour, odometer, and an oil light. And this is my new Dakota Digital cluster. It has fuel, volts, water, oil pressure, kilometres per hour, and a tacho. And as you can see, it's all surrounded by a factory Ford GT bezel. The Dakota Digital comes with all the sensors supplied, and it converts the speed from mechanical to an electronic speed sensor. All the sensors and inputs are wired into this ECU. It's then just a simple ribbon cable that connects the ECU to the cluster. Once the old cluster is removed, you need to locate all the factory sender wires that will be used in the new cluster. These will be wired to the ECU. You then need to run all the new sensor looms to the ECU. You will need to find somewhere close to the car's original cluster location, so all the factory wiring can reach the ECU, or you can completely rewire it, therefore you can mount the ECU anywhere. In our installation, we have mounted the ECU directly behind the cluster. Once you've installed the cluster, it's now time to calibrate it. To do this, you need to map out a 1K strip of road. It doesn't have to be a straight road. What you do need is a second car who can map out the K for you, and then you can follow that point, and when you know you've hit the 1K mark, you calibrate your speedo. We have found a quiet new housing estate and mapped out 1 kilometre of road. We then find the calibration menu on the cluster, and now we're ready to drive out the 1K. Once you have reached that 1 kilometre mark, stop and set the kilometres into the system. Now it's time to check the speedo's accuracy. It helps to have someone check the speedo with a GPS. Just doing the 1 kilometre calibration on my speedo was accurate first time around, and now I can enjoy driving in kilometres per hour. I'm here with Andrew Bartlett for his first interview on the Vito. So Andrew, why van?
Well, Mel, always run a plumbing van, always loved vans, driving vans all the time, so we had the old Gasrite van, the old white one people might know, sitting in the back paddock, so we're going to put a 253 in it. We had bits and pieces for 350, managed to rummage it up and did 11 ones, 11 twos, so yeah, we had heaps of fun. Eventually got down to 9 ones at 155, it was getting a bit too dangerous. So rail led to Mercedes Benz, and so we want to go faster and faster in a van. Would like to be a Mercedes Benz, and they gave me this one here for free.
So the van was donated by Mercedes?
Yeah, it was donated by Mercedes Benz, and this is it 5 years later.
So has the van turned out the way you wanted it to?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's been better than expected. It's only third time in. It's to a 1.2 60 foot, so we had a lot of people laughing at us, saying the motor's way too far forward, but Murph from Top Notch said, just make the power and I'll get it sorted for you. So it's gone really, really well so far. We're only just putting a little shot of gas in it so far, only a 280 shot. Eventually want to wind it up to 750. Ultimate goal's 7.5 at about 185, I reckon it'll do.
Yeah. So what's it running?
Third time out, 8.0, 176 straight off the trailer. We had a 0.8 second delay on the gas just to allow the tyres to hook up, so we're still experimenting a bit, but yeah, 8.0 straight off the trailer, we're pretty happy.
That's good.
Yep.
So how long has it taken you from getting the Vito to hitting the track?
The letter was written 2006 to Mercedes Benz, so it probably took about 2 years to get the van, and then from 2008 to here.
What about drag week in the States? Ever thought about shipping it over?
Oh, I'd love to, Mel. Yeah, that'd be good. But it's built for Pro Street. It's all Pro Street rules. But run your own business, getting the time to get the money to do it.
Yeah.
No, I can't do it. No, I haven't got the time.
Fair enough. Thanks for speaking with Drive By, and we wish you all the best.
Thanks, Mel.
Let's check out the Vito's first public appearance on Boxing Day 2011. Performance Streetcar Magazine is back. Performance Streetcar Magazine set the benchmark back in the late 80s and early 90s. It was Performance Streetcar that kick-started the very first Pro Street shootout and top 10 lists. That in itself left its mark in history, and for us that grew up loving hardcore V8 street and strip cars, we were forever thankful. Now in 2012, Performance Streetcar is no longer just a printed magazine. They also have an online magazine which can be found at www.pscmag.com.au. The magazine is all about high performance cars, and with that in mind it will primarily be V8 orientated, but will also feature tough sixes, fours and rotors from time to time. Rest assured, the focus will always be on power. A new issue of the mag is due out every 8 weeks, bringing us 6 issues per year. So make sure you grab your copy of Performance Streetcar Magazine. It's our responsibility to encourage the youth of today to get involved in what we love and to guide them to respect the car scene. This next young man is the perfect example. I had the pleasure of meeting Ben and discussing with him his first ever build, his go-kart. I'm here with Benny and he's going to tell us about his go-kart.
Well, I've had this since 13th of January.
This year?
Yeah, this
Yep.
year.
Where'd you get your go-kart from?
My uncle brought it back on the trailer,
Yep.
and I didn't actually know about it. It was the day after my birthday.
Oh, very nice. Was it a surprise?
Yeah, I
Yep.
didn't know about it. I also got the steering wheel from my uncle on my birthday. I've put it together. I had to send this back to bare metal.
So you painted that yourself?
Yeah. painted it. It was originally red, and the back axle was really rusty. I sanded that back and yeah, cleaned up everything and put it back together so far.
So what's left to do?
I have to put my pods on, which are over here.
Yep.
I have to put my number plates back on, wheels. I need to get a motor, carby and exhaust. And yeah, that's about it.
So you're excited about building it yourself?
Yeah.
And have you had help from anyone?
Yeah, my uncle helped me out a fair bit.
Well, good luck with the build, and we look forward to seeing it finished. And thank you for talking with us.
Okay.
If you want to keep up to date on the show, follow Drive By on Facebook at facebook.com/drivebytv. Drive By are proud to announce one of their first major sponsors, Alpha Motorsport Fiberglass. Alpha Motorsport Fiberglass are widely recognised across Australia for their quality fiberglass replacement panels for road, race, drag and show cars. Contact Alpha today for your next project. C&M Motoring for all your motoring needs. Smash and Shine Bodyworks, servicing the city of Casey for over 15 years. That's all we have time for on today's show. Tune in next time for new stories and follow-ups on our backyard builds. I'm Melissa from C&M Motoring, and thanks for watching Drive By.